And in the community of Bowling Green, at least a dozen people are dead after a neighborhood was torn apart. The coroner confirming some of the victims were children. Local 12's David Winter traveled to Bowling Green, which was right in the path of that monster tornado.
The surgical nature of tornadoes is very difficult to describe unless you're standing in it. Right across the street, homes barely touched. But here along Moss Creek Avenue, there are many homes that have been completely leveled.
We will get you to the shelter and back home tomorrow.
As darkness descends on Bowling Green, a bus combs through a neighborhood collecting people to bring to shelters. Police trying to clear out anyone left to avoid looting. This man says he is trying to find his girlfriend's jewelry, her house no longer here. But the loss of property pales in comparison to the loss of life. 12 people dead in Bowling Green, including children.
I cannot believe it. This is tragic. This is horrifying. This is something I will probably live with for the rest of my life.
Azaron Turner drove up from Tennessee to check on his uncle. This is where he lived and died.
Kept a smile on his face, was a family man.
And now he's gone.
And now he's gone.
Chris Teitloff is a neighbor. He found Azaron's uncle thrown 150 feet from his home.
Just a man, no clothes, lying in a pool of blood. And it was not a pretty sight. Not a pretty sight.
Not something you'll easily forget.
No.
Mia Dauber and Kona are among the lucky ones who survived the tornado.
I'm still just in shock.
The place right next to you was torn apart.
Yeah.
You must feel very lucky.
I feel very lucky. I mean, I could have basically died in my sleep, so.
Businesses devastated as well. This was WK Liquor, the community turning out in force to help pick up the pieces.
I came through and seen the damage and didn't move. Stood here to help him, and if it takes us to the mall to get this, I'll help him get it.
And so many, like Tasha Jones, weaving through the devastation looking for people to give food and water.
And I just felt useless being at home with all these people that are hurt and
So what are you doing?
needing. I went to stores and loaded up my car with lots of water, anything I could fit into it.
The property damage here is so extensive, and the loss of life is just unimaginable, especially knowing that some of those gone are children. In Bowling Green, David Winter reporting.